Yeah, so basically, when we talk about the banning or the Maharashtra's act of banning the fraudulent practices and black magic act, and also the other acts which talk about the aspect of miracles, so to speak. Many people, many liberals, and many people from the majority religion also and other progressive people in the society think that these people who are making money out of so-called miracles and totems and so on and so forth, this should be banned. So any gathering which talks about healing, miracles and so on and so forth should be banned, because it's something which is absolutely nonsense, and they are fooling people and making money out of fooling people. Now, whether it's good or bad, it's debatable, it's your own opinion, etc. But is it constitutional to ban these services and these gatherings where people gather to expect a miracle and to witness a miracle, or so to speak? Is it unconstitutional to believe in miracle, to preach about miracle, to profess about miracle, to say that you witnessed a miracle? Is it unconstitutional? The answer, perhaps, in my opinion, seems to be no and yes. So, what exactly do I mean by no and yes? First of all, perhaps a big no and a larger no. The fact is that the Article 25 of the Indian Constitution gives us the right to profess, practice, and propagate religion, whether you are not, to every person and not just a citizen, subject to public order, morality, and health. So these three are the reasons. Now, if you look at the fact that if I am allowed to believe, any religion, and religion involves God, and God as a person defines, it's something who is almighty, who is all powerful. And if he is all powerful, he has made the world, he has made this earth, he has made this nature. And if he has made this nature, then certainly he is above nature. Certainly he can break the laws of nature because he has made the laws of nature. He is not bound by us humans, so to speak. So definitely, what is a miracle? Miracle is something which we humans don't expect things to occur naturally, for which there is no explanation. And can God do so? Well, he certainly can. I mean, there is no reason why you would call God as Almighty and then say that no, he cannot break the laws of nature. Even you might agree or you might disagree with such a thing happens or not, but one thing that Constitution says that it's up to the people whether they want to believe it or not. You don't believe in this thing, fine, I have the right to believe in it. Now, when what happens is that when you so if that is the case, then miracle actually is something which Constitution allows me to have, allows me to profess, allows me to preach about, allows me to witness. Now, talking about the aspect of they're talking about the aspect of banning these miracles, banning these gatherings in which people talk about miracles or healings or some other things like that. You basically are imposing your atheism or some sort of atheism in it. So on one side you are professing that I abide by the Constitution, which says that everyone has the right to profess and practice and propagate his religion, and on the same side you say that fine, you could profess your religion, which means you could profess your God, which means you could profess your God who is almighty, which means you could profess your God who is almighty and who has the right to break the nature, or who is able to break the nature, but you do not have the right to profess that he actually can break the nature and he has broken the law of nature. So that is basically what you are denying. I mean, you are literally denying the ability of a person, the right of a person to believe in an almighty God who can break the laws of nature. Now, I agree that there are many fraud activities that go by the name of miracles, and these fraudulent activities should be investigated and should be brought into the public light. And before even bringing into public light, it should be investigated. And if the things are not what they speak of, if somebody says that this kind of miracle has happened and has not it has not happened in that manner, then you go and you basically say that how exactly has this thing happened, and you investigate it and you file a complaint against it. That's okay. That's sort of, and that's where I say yes. Otherwise, an organization, let's say there is a gathering in the church or a mosque or a temple in which the preacher says that healing is going to take place, or this thing is going to take place, and people expect, because people believe that miracles do happen, and there you might not believe in that particular stance. It's perfectly fine, but they have a right to believe in it. They have a right to believe in that God has this particular power, that their God has this particular power because he is almighty, has this particular power to break the law of the nature, which medical science can't understand. Also, they have the right to believe that this particular person is ordained by God, because in many religions we say that for example, with regard to Christianity, it is clearly written that you would be performing miracles in my name. The people would be performing miracles in my name. God's blessing would be there. So this would go against the fundamentals of that particular religion, which talks about the fact that you are basically denying them the right to profess what they believe, what they actually believe. So, in my opinion, this act which criminalizes the very act of a gathering in the name of healing is something which is unconstitutional. And at the same time, one should go in these meetings, investigate it. If any claims are made of miracles, etc., find about it. If they are not they don't seem to be genuine, then you could basically proceed with certain actions. That's completely fine. But they have a right to gather expecting a miracle to happen. Preacher has a right to profess that miracles do happen, and everyone has a right to believe that miracles do happen by a particular person, because God has ordained that person. God has given special powers to that person for that miracle to happen. That is completely, I mean, one may not agree to it, and I know why. There is also an aspect of conversion into it, because there is this aspect of converting from one religion to another, because some miracles have happened by the other religion. So that is also there. Then there are lots of crores of money made out of this, perhaps. That is also there. But that doesn't mean that we it's like this. Rape is also misused. The law of rape is also misused. But just because it is misused, that doesn't mean that you don't make a law of rape. Similarly, the miracle, so to speak, the right to believe in a miracle and right to preach about a miracle is something which is misused. But just because it's misused, that doesn't mean that right should not be granted.